Enough is enough, dear friends. Now is the time to take what is rightfully ours. Welcome to the Syncretism Society Virtual Academy.
Welcome.
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 Welcome to the Syncretism Society
Virtual Academy.
Within the Academy, we have great minds to collectively bring our alumni a staggering range of knowledge.
Based off decade after decade of quantifiable research.
Spanning from sound medicine,
Yoga science,
Indian spirituality,
Medical astrology.
Wisdom to sovereignty.
Holistic health,
esoteric sciences,
Astrotheology.
Acquiring these truths, dear friends,
will drive your empowerment and ability
For proper ascension.
take back your sovereignty.
Take back your knowledge.
take back your freedom. Join us at the Syncretism Society Virtual Academy.
Are we in or what? Oh. We're rocking? We're live. Oh.
Olé! Welcome, one and all, syncretists, friends and lovers of truth, to the 55th episode, podcast. Welcome, Logan.
Thank you, man. What a great introduction.
Yeah, that was good, man. Oscar's been staying with me for 10 days. I'm being intoxicated.
I bet you've been playing a lot of guitar.
Not really. I'm just listening to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's been great. And what a fine moment to announce that Oscar Aragon is one of 4 new instructors. He's going to be teaching musical theory and technique, proper technique. He's been to Spain 3 times and studied under masters Juan Maya Marote, What's the other one? David Cerduela. Eugenio Iglesias. Eugenio Iglesias. But Juan Maya Marote is definitely one I know. He's known him for 20, 30 years, and he's a superstar. All right, so I'm really excited about tonight, guys. We've got Daniel Leox from Thailand, from ZenCleanz, the company. ZenCleanz. Do we have him on there? Is he joining us? Anyway,
he'll be there. We're going to get into some health and wellness tonight.
I'll keep rolling. I don't see him on there in the Zoom. Anyway, so Daniel Leox, and we're going to be talking about the Chinese secret to detox. So this is going to be just amazing, man, because I've already done this. I've done 2 of these, and I'm about to do my...
I don't know. Did you send the Zoom link to him?
Yep, I sent it to him. Let's have a look.
Well, anyway, I'm pretty excited about this one because normally we're talking about numbers and symbols and astrology. So now we get into some other great areas of becoming a syncretist and being a syncretist, and that's synchronizing supplementation with your health and wellness. So this is going to be a good one right here. I haven't actually even tried this yet, but Santos just showed me the results that he was pretty excited about.
You saw the gross
like 15 photos of your toilet.
15, and that was only half of the dumps that I took in one day.
I love how raw and visceral you are.
I dumped about 5 bucketfuls of mucoid plaque, man. And I didn't I couldn't be bothered just, taking photos of every single one.
Right.
I just want to show people who, have the stomach to see that sort of thing, how good this is, because I was just amazed that so effortlessly, all of this gunk from years and years of bad eating, lots of, undigested flesh and who knows what, just came out of me.
Yeah, I mean, and you do a lot of detoxing.
I do a lot of
You do a lot of detoxing.
Yeah.
And for you to have this, like when I came over and you were all excited, I was like, how did you even have that happen when you've done so much
50 kilos,
protocols? Yeah, it's crazy.
I didn't lose any weight. I dumped all of that stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm as skinny as a rake. Now, I just can't imagine what people that are really, really big have got in them.
Well, you can see. I mean, especially in America, you can see a lot of protrusion in people.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's inflammation there, but there's a lot of stuff in there. Right? Whenever you have that distension, protrusion, especially, ladies and gentlemen, if you eat a certain food and you get distension right after that, then that should tell you that there's something not working in the digestion system, and you should pay attention to that.
Yeah, for sure.
All
right, guys. So you want to announce these new instructors and the events coming up, their lives? So to the right, we've got the instructors there. Hey, Daniel. You want to jump on that Zoom link, brother? The events coming up, their lives. We've started. So to the right.
But what time is it? It's not...
Uh-oh.
Sorry, say again? You want to jump on that Zoom link, brother? Yeah, we started, man. It's 6 p.m. Central Standard Time.
We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. Just be a little bit patient.
I don't know how I did that.
Just give us a couple minutes. We're trying to get Daniel on.
We'll see you soon.
So we're getting the owner of the company on.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I gave him the wrong time, guys. I think I set this up a month ago before we changed from 7 o'clock to 6 p.m. So please forgive us, guys. My fault. I'll take all the blame for that. We used to do these podcasts at 7 p.m., but it just wasn't working to do all of these late shows. They're heavy. It's heavy going doing 2 hours of interviews,
Yeah, I mean,
get home
it goes
at
by
9.
quick though. But yeah, I get it. So yeah, why don't you mention the new instructor, Santos?
Yeah. So do you want to do that?
Yeah, we got 4 new instructors. Those of you that are members of the Syncretism Academy, we have thank you for your support. We have 4 new people, 4 new instructors. First one, Darius Fria. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing these right. We have Marta Ortiz, Ricardo DeFazio, and Oscar Aragon, who you just heard slam on those guitar strings just a few minutes ago. So these are the 4 new instructors. I'm not even sure, what does Darius, Marta, and Ricardo do? Obviously, Oscar's doing the guitar, but...
Darius is spiritual science and mostly syncretism.
Just all syncretism.
Marta, she is the one who organized my Mexico presentation when I first came to Mexico in Mexico City. She does tarot. She'll be teaching the art of tarot.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh,
yeah.
I can't wait to... All right, cool.
And Ricardo DeFazio is motivational speaker. Motivational, not like your typical, like your Anthony Robbins and guys like that. None of that new age stuff. But he motivates you with truth. He's a great syncretist, understands syncretism, electromagnetism. He's a gem. We hung out here. He stayed at the hotel next door to my house. We hung out for about a month and got to know him really, really well. He comes from the same place. His father, at least, his mother's English, his father's Italian. DeFazio. I've got DeFazios in my family, actually, relatives. So it was interesting to see that name, DeFazio. And we almost come from like 20 miles away. His father grew up from where my father grew up and mother. So
wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So I'll be doing my second lecture on how to be a competent astrologer in 7 easy lessons, part 2, on Wednesday, 2:30 Central Standard Time. So it's easy to remember when my lectures are on, guys. It's the middle of the week. It's the middle of the afternoon.
You're doing these on Wednesdays, right?
Yeah, my day.
Can't miss it. Mercury Day, baby.
Mercury communication.
Yeah, communication.
And it's 2:30, middle of the afternoon. So and Central Standard Time, which is pretty much middle of the, one of the middle time zones. So 3 middles: middle of the week, middle of the afternoon, Central Standard Time, which is the middle time zone. So how can you forget? But the first lesson was a hit. I got good feedback from that, and it's only going to get better from there. You will be, depending on your competency or whatever, your intent and how much you desire to be an astrologer, you'll be a competent astrologer by the end of that. And so what else have we got up there? That's it.
It's important to know astrology.
It is very important.
If you're a syncretist here, I hope you're a fan of astrology, because it's it's one of the spokes in the wheel. What's the wheel itself, right?
Yep, and I am still making that offer, guys, of a free cell salt reading and syncretism products for those who sign up for a month or a year. Just go to my YouTube channel and click on the video called, let's see what it's called, special offer or something like that. But just go to Mr. Astrotheology and click on well. Oh, there it is. Syncretism updates and special offer. So I'll keep that alive probably for good. I don't think I'll stop that offer because it's incentive for anyone new that subscribes. Just let me know whether you've subscribed for a month or a year, so as I can recompense you with my special offer. And we have Daniel, do we?
I don't think so.
Not yet.
Still waiting to see.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm so embarrassed. I really feel sorry for him, man. He would have, because he's in Thailand. He'd be getting up in the morning, probably just jumped out of the shower.
Why don't you just begin by telling people how easy it is to take this thing?
Let's do that.
Right.
So
because it's simple.
This is the one they recommend to do first. It's the most popular one. This will remove all the mucoid plaque from your bowels.
The yummy stuff.
And it's so easy. It's so easy to do. They give you a little thing there, this lovely box. You get 3 bottles of liquid enzymes. These are herbs that have been fermenting for 3 years, 150 Chinese herbs. They've been fermenting for 3 years. And in this box, you get 10 sachets, and they're all numbered. And you mix these with 200 ml of warm water. So you've got 10 sachets. These are empty, of course. But it starts there with 9 o'clock. I don't know whether you can see. So 9 o'clock, you have that. Then at 9:30, you have a glass of 200 ml of warm water. Then 10 o'clock, you have another one of these. 10:30, you have a glass of 200 ml of warm water. 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So it's 9 till 9.
And are you just putting that in water?
Just putting that in 200 ml of lukewarm water. Not cold.
So basically every hour
Not
you're
hot.
drinking a sachet.
Basically every hour. 10 sachets.
And how long before it starts to kick in?
Well, I had 2 movements on the same day, which is rare. Most people it takes like the next day.
Oh, next day.
Yeah, next day.
So did you fast the entire day you did this?
You have to.
No food. Oh, you have to.
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, folks, so there you go. If this is a great excuse or a great reason to begin your fast, some of you that are watching this have never fasted before. So it's, and it's important to do, because when that little stomach starts to knock at the door and say, feed me, are you the master of that domain, or are you like subjected to being under the guise of the stomach? And, not eating is really healthy, because every time you do eat, the digestion has to move. And when the digestion moves, these organs have to start playing their parts. And this essentially puts miles on the engine, which is your body. So not eating is really healthy. And then you're kicking it in with the digestive enzymes and this cleanse right here, which I'm kind of anxious to try, because we can't get you're working on getting it here, right? Because we haven't been able to.
We are going to be getting this. They're working
Mexico,
on it right now.
Mexico's is a little bit tricky.
Very tricky. You can get them anywhere. You can get these in any country pretty much, but Mexico's a difficult one, but that's going to be fixed very soon. Probably Daniel will share it with us when that happens. I had to get Oscar to bring mine, my 7-day one. He brought that over the border. So
this is the 1 day.
This is the 1 day.
And then they have a 7-day. Then they have a 7-day one?
7-day liver detox.
Oh.
Yeah. So they've got 3 products at the moment and a 4th one coming. And I would recommend to do the whole 4.
Yeah.
And friends, to support Syncretism and, support Syncretism, I'm an affiliate with ZenCleanz. So you go to universaltruthschool.com, my official website, and you'll see that in the Syncretism products tab. You go down, second last, you'll see ZenCleanz. You click on that, and that way what happens is I get a percentage, which helps me. And here's how it works. Once you try this, the results are just going to impress you so much that you can then become an affiliate yourself and set yourself up real quick, and then get your family, get your friends, get everybody on it, and you will be an affiliate, and they will share the proceeds. Now, how many corporations, right? If you go and get some Nike speakers, do you think Nike's going to say, if you recommend it to a friend because they like your Nike speaker runners, shoes, do you think Nike's going to turn around and say, well, thank you, thanks for recommending us. We'll give you 10% of the sales. Do you ever see that in the corporate world? There's people who poo-poo you and rubbish you when you do that, when you become an affiliate or you join a
multi-level marketing or something.
Yeah, or what is it called? There's another way of calling that.
Network marketing?
Network marketing. Uh-huh. That's network marketing and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's so counterindicative. It's just so unfruitful to think like that. These guys have got great products and they're willing to share it with you. Instead of prostituting themselves with the corporate whores and advertising all over their whorish media to get their products out and then keep it all themselves. They're doing it by word of mouth, and we all help each other.
Yeah.
What are people complaining about?
Yeah, and the thing is that Santos is not even promoting a product that maybe works or it's iffy or, I mean, I can't even tell you how excited he was when I went over to his house when he finished it the next day. So I could see it in his eyes, and he's not trying to sell me anything. So I mean, we're just being authentic here, ladies and gentlemen. We're certainly not trying to be business people and try to pull scams over anybody or anything like that. So just realize that it's authentically coming from a place of love and unconditional love, for that matter. So
yeah, and if you don't believe that, don't go to my affiliate link. Just go straight to the side, get one for yourself, bless yourself, and then you will see the results and what I'm saying. Don't do it. Don't go and do all this affiliate stuff if you've got something.
Yeah, if you just want to buy it and try it, I mean, do that.
Do get this. Yeah. Okay? Whichever way you get it, I recommend that you get it, because you will bless yourself. I had stuff come out of me that was probably there since, I don't know, 10 years old, 11 years old. I mean, I grew up in an Italian family, and we were always having spaghetti bolognese and pork chops and this and that, and lots of wheat. Totally opposite to what I do now, which is a Dr. Sebi alkaline diet. I was having lots of acidic food and always had irritable bowel, and always did things to try and get rid of these ropes. When I found out about bowel ropes, I think it was about 6 years ago, I thought, oh my God, I wonder whether I've got any. Surely I can't have. I'm as skinny as a broom handle. And so I went on a product called Bowel Restore for 4 months. Just about killed me. And no. The ropes were still in there, and I was so disappointed, man, because I knew that I was carrying those ropes up until the 1st of May of this year. It's been in the back of my mind thinking, I'm toxic. I've got bowel ropes in my body. Who knows? It could have been a lump of pork chop from a pig that was traumatized. And the energy of that traumatized pig or cow or chicken has been sitting in my bowels, and I'm carrying that around for years, decades. And I finally got rid of it. And I just feel so good. And I'm just telling the whole world,
And it's not even just the animal-based stuff. It's also all the
cheese and
the
dairy.
Processed foods that just
processed stuff. Oh.
Yeah. The fun stuff that tastes, kind of good. But anyway, detoxing is something that everybody should do. And again, if you haven't never done a fast before, this is kind of an excuse for you to do that and jump in and take care of your temple.
Is he in there yet? He's telling me on Facebook that he's in. Daniel Lee Ox from Thailand, guys. He's telling me I'm in, and I replied, I can't see you in the Zoom call.
I'm here.
Oh, here he is. All right. Hey, Daniel. First of all, welcome,
Paige,
brother.
Just tap my
and
wire.
secondly, my sincerest apologies. We used to do these shows at 7 p.m. and when I contacted you, that was just, I think I just copied and pasted or whatever. And so,
okay.
I wasn't
That explains everything. I was
Maybe
just
these are
wondering
shot.
because it happens occasionally that there's because I need to calculate. But normally I go check on Google what time is it at this place, and that's from where. Anyway, I'm here. Hopefully that people are still there. I'm trying to start the video.
Yeah, just hit the video then.
I just can't.
It's in the bottom, right in the middle. No, on the left.
I know it very well.
Left bottom.
But at the moment, it doesn't give me that option.
Hey, he doesn't have the option of video.
Nobody does.
Yeah,
So-
everyone is black right now. I don't see anyone.
Yep, you should be able to be on.
Well, you
brother.
should be able to see Santos, but yeah.
No, I don't see anyone.
Right, he doesn't even see anyone. Where's Ricardo? Yeah, I would much prefer to see him.
Yeah.
Yes, it's not our side by what. Yeah, you're good to go, man. You might have your camera.
Yeah. I have actually here on the bottom side, start my video, okay. Doesn't give me the option. I click on it, doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't give him the option. He's clicking on it. He can't get video.
No. And yeah.
All right.
Very familiar with Zoom, and right now I click on the bottom left, start video, and nothing happened here.
Yeah. Okay. There's always some technical things going on. Anyway, look, we've already been speaking about the product and the results and how wonderful it is. And so people now, all the listeners are quite au fait with the product and know what we're talking about, the Chinese secret to detox. So why don't we just get straight into it, Daniel? Over to you.
Yes, yeah, sure.
Okay.
So, yeah. Okay. So yes, I can speak to my black screen. Okay. I'm here. Okay, I'm here, Santos. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Yep, you're good to go, brother. Let's talk about your product.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. Well, it's the product is something that actually came to me. I didn't know it was existing. Actually, I didn't know that the Chinese had a detox method. Really, because I was living in China already for 10 years, and I thought beside hospital I was the only one with a colonic machine. So I had a center that was mostly foreigners, travelers coming and using the centers for retreat or coming for healing periods. And because we were into a tourist area of China, at some point, some people from that Taiwanese factory just walked by and just saw the center and just got curious to see what was a detox center happening here. So they came in, they talked to my wife, and my wife kind of introduced me. I'm a Chinese medicine doctor, and I was busy and with clients there, and she introduced me, and then I finally met them, and they started to talk to me about it. And at this time, my Chinese was not like the best, It's like I really needed a translator at this time, and I was feeling like that they were trying to sell me something and asking me to sell something as well. And my habits that I had since the beginning of my Chinese medicine career, I was kind of refusing to sell anything, because I thought it was like a conflict of interest, like to say, oh, you got this problem, you need this, and by the way, I have some for sale. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was a habit for me to oh, hello to everyone.
Oh, there you are.
I can see you. So I thought it was like a conflict of interest. So I was refusing, but at the same time, for them, I was somehow like when you're blonde curly in China, you have some marketing potential, and especially if you're a Chinese medicine doctor, Yeah. So for a company like this, so they really wanted me to work with them overcome. So at some point, they say, you know what, we have plane tickets and hotel room for you. Can you come and visit our headquarters? And so I said, yeah, never been in Taiwan. So been there. And this is where, I was ravished first for the professionalism. They hosted me with Chinese medicine doctor, naturopathic doctors, and at the same time, you want me to stop?
No,
keep going. No,
keep going. I'm just distracted.
Okay. So at the same time, they were feeding me with those enzymes,
Yeah. Okay. And
showing me PowerPoints and seeing all the seriousness behind it, and I started to, say, oh, interesting. And drinking this, there was a nurse coming, giving me a drink every hour. You know how it is. And I was drinking this, and at the end of the day, they lent me a little basket and chopsticks, and they're asking me to collect what would come out the next day, and take photos.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
Well, for me, with the work I was doing, there was nothing uncomfortable with that.
Yeah.
It's like I've been seeing plaque. I've been, I'm a water faster. I read 35 years ago Dr. Shelton's book, and really it rang a bell, and I started to fast right then. I never stopped. I water fasted like over 700 days in my life, and that's why I was able to run a detox center and guide people fasting in my center.
Which book was that, Daniel? The book. What was the title of the book?
I think it was Fasting by Dr. Herbert Shelton. It's the Bible, It's like it's the hygienist method of fasting. It's simply water fasting. You just take water for a while, and that's it, And the book was very scientific, explaining everything, every details, and what happens, and the healing process, and and then after the book, I just immediately looked for a center and signed up for three weeks. I regretted it very much because I was very toxic, and it was very difficult 3 weeks. But the results were amazing, and I just never stopped. I just never stopped. And it was like this for all my life. And I tried everything, Arise and Shine, everything on the market, the boxes of grapes, boxes of watermelon, I tried it all because I was curious, I wanted to know and try when I was hearing. And at the end, for me, the answer was, you want to heal something, water fasting. That was my conclusion, grapes and all this was good. I was feeling great afterwards. I had nothing against it, but I say, if you want to heal, if you want to be serious about it, water fast. That's the fast lane, that's the fast lane. That works very, very quickly. So I was all like this all my life. So I was pretty stubborn, Can you imagine 35 years later, believing, a strong believer, very difficult to move that, So, but then this day I'm back in Taiwan, then drinking those things and having these lovely naturopathic doctors and TCM doctors showing me PowerPoints and drinking this, like, wow. So the basket at the end of the day, the next morning, got a feeling, which is very normal for me. Wake up and put the basket in the toilet and let it all go. And I just thought it was like, that morning of the perfect poop. Everybody know what I'm talking about, Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Is that day say, oh wow, that's a good one today. That was one of those. But I thought it was a small thing, But then I just look in the basket when I stood up and I said, holy shit. It's like, oh my God. this is not what I thought, and this is where my life flipped. This is where my life flipped not because I was impressed to see what plaque was, because I've seen plaque before. There's other products that brings plaque out. It's not the first thing. You drink mud and for 10 days, and something's gonna come out. So I was not impressed by seeing this, but I was impressed for that the 12 hours later, this was coming out with this amount. And what I saw in my mind was the ease, because if you've gone through water fasting, you understand the hardship it implies, right? Right. And so that hardship is not for everyone, like sport people or, meditators, people who've gone through hardship can go through that. But 90% of the population would not go through that. And what impressed me was the ease I just went through with the last 24 hours. So I saw all the pictures of the people who shook my hands after 10 or 14 days of fasting, saying thank you very much. But I was hearing, I would never do that again. I would never do that again. I was hearing these people who went through so much hardship through water fasting that they would never do it again. And I was sad. I had a feeling of failure, because I know that detox is a lifestyle. Detox is a way of life. You need to continue detox. It's like you send your car to the garage twice a year. You need to send your system to the garage for a cleansing also twice a year. So if you just do it one time, yeah, it's good, but it will not be part of your healthy lifestyle. So I had this feeling of failure. But when I saw that the next morning, I said, wow, this is something that may democratize cleansing in the world. This is so easy. It's 24 hours. Even if there's some bloating or some discomfort involved in it, it's like people can go through that. And this is what impressed me. And I wanted to investigate more about it. So
how long did Daniel? How long did it take you kind of to develop this product?
Actually, this product, I did not develop this product. This product actually was already existing from that factory. I have developed afterwards. When I decided to take this in the Western world, I say, well, we have this so efficient for the intestine. We need this for the liver. We need this for the lungs. We need this for the kidneys. We need this for the blood and lymph. And working with the Chinese medicine doctor and naturopathic, it was just a matter of ingredients.
Can you kind of take the viewers through the basic fundamentals of how this works? I mean, obviously, detoxing is a very simple method that we all can do. But how does this product actually work from the basic fundamentals of when you take these the liquid and the sachets every hour for the entire day?
Mm-hmm. Actually, what it is, it's juice on steroids. Okay, it's fermentation. It's so what we do it's a 3-year fermentation. So it's not like an enzyme pill that you take for digestion. This, from the fruit to the shelf, takes 2 months. We ferment it for 3 years. Okay, so it refines. It really refines. It turns into a systemic enzyme, which means it penetrates
the entire body. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but if we go to the 101 of enzymes are, if we can say it descriptively, like they are little Pac-Mans. Okay, they're very specialized little Pac-Mans. So this There's enzymes for the protease for the protein that break the protein down in amino acid. There's from fat, for glucose, for fibers. These are the main digestive and enzymes. Okay, but then these one, because what creates toxicity in the body is actually matter that is not processed, that penetrated the system and clog the system. They just get stuck on the walls.
Yeah, which causes inflammation as well. So
if you don't have these systemic enzymes that penetrate the system and pursue the cleansing beyond the digestive tract, it's like you can clean your intestines, which is a good thing, but you're far from having finished the job. Because, like we say that about a normal, like someone just eating normally processed food, like a normal American can accumulate 10% of their body weight as gunk in the bloodstream only. And this, we don't know that. It's like, wow, this is if I'm 70 kilo or 80 kilo, this is 8 kilo of gunk in the bloodstream only. We're not talking about plaque in the intestine. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So the systemic enzyme just penetrate inside the system. They go beyond the lining of the digestive tract because of their refinement, the size of the molecule. Okay, so that's the why we take so much time to ferment. Otherwise, why would we do that? Why would we go and ferment for so long? And after that, we know it's all about the compounds and the nutrient, because this is food. I remember that we're not talking about medicine here. It's not extract, it's all food. So Hippocrates would be very happy to work with us. It's all food. We don't transform, we don't extract like this compound. We do it for some little details for the kids, for example, because, for some specific reason, practical reason, we need to have some little extract at the end of the ingredient. You will see things like that. But for the products that we take on a daily basis, the liquid and all these kind of thing, it's only whole food. So it's only the power of the ingredients that makes it work into a specific organ, and it will not work only on that organ, because that's another thing that they did when I first arrived. Before I started drinking the enzyme, they took a live blood test, and they showed me, they took a picture of that live blood test, and the next morning, they took another one, and they showed me what happened in my blood within 24 hours. So already, even if we do the intestinal cleanse, there's already a portion of the enzyme, because it's not like there's no union in the enzyme world that you work only on the intestine. No, there's a part that went into the bloodstream and cleansed the blood already. And some people, if some users already watched the show, maybe some of you had some nausea and some headaches or something like that during that day. It can happen. And why is this happening? Is because there's some work happening, moving toxins within the liver already. And you're doing an intestinal cleanse.
So Daniel, how many? So you have this 1 day cleanse, and then you have the 7 day cleanse. What's the actual program that you have, or the programs that you offer?
Yeah. At the moment, we have the intestinal cleanse, we have the liver cleanse, we have the maintenance. So that means like we have like powders and pills that will pursue and deepen on a daily basis the cleansing of these two organs. Like the fiber crystal is for the deepening and the cleansing of the intestine, and the black vacuum is the deepening and cleansing of the liver. Okay, so we have this, and there's the liquid Detox S that is also a good partner for these two. And the 7-day cleanse, the rainbow, is actually just an extended version, 7-day version that includes both cleansing and the daily intake of enzymes. But what we're coming with is a whole system for the whole body. So like in the next couple of months, we're launching 3 new kits for the lungs, blood and lymph, and kidney. Okay, nice. So so we're coming with a kit, and it will not be like, you cannot cleanse the lungs in one day. Okay, you would choke people with mucus and things like that. So it's a 1-month protocol for the ingredients that will strengthen and cleanse the lungs. The same for the blood and lymph. It's a week-long process, and the kidney is another week-long process. So we're coming with a system where people can easily, without having too complex method and knowing too much and having too much research, we just do that job for them and combine it with enzymes into a protocol that we say it's there. You just do this, and this is for the kidney, or you just do this, and this will cleanse the blood and the lymph. And this is what makes the difference, is simply the ingredients. It's all food. It's all food, but fermented food. It's food on steroids.
That's interesting.
Right. You always hear about people, nutritionists reminding you that you need enzymes for digestion. Enzymes is one of these words I remember from way back when I was a young child, how important they are for digestion, blah, blah, blah. This is all enzymes. It's all fermented enzymes. So even though you're fasting when you're doing this one, the 1-day one, I've done 2 of these, even though you're fasting, you don't feel hungry. You don't feel dizzy and tired like you normally do when you do a 1-day fast, and you're drinking lots of water. It's amazing. Most people don't have any movements the first day. I did before midday. I had 1, and I thought, wow, this is encouraging. Then, before I went to bed, I had my second one. Then I took the little pill of 6 laxatives at night, went to sleep, had a beautiful sleep, woke up in the morning, and man, that day I went to the bathroom at least 50 times. I only took a quarter of the photos, and what came out of me is so gross that when I tell people about this, I say to them, do you want to see what came out of me? But I'm warning you. I give them an explicit warning that it's just, if you haven't got a strong stomach, you don't want to see.
If you want to see the devil, man, all right?
It was like, a scene out of hell. There were parasites in there like armored vehicles, little beetles. They look like beetles, flukes, They were all in there, and then there's all this mucoid plaque, and who knows what else. I'm thinking to myself, I'm a 50-kilo man, 5'7", skinny as a rake, and what came out of me in 1 day, effortlessly, was like, to me, in the whole quantity of it, with all the liquid, was like 5 bucketfuls of mucoid plaque. But if you compressed it, I would say it's probably only a bucket. But nonetheless.
So if you're going to do this cleanse, ladies and gentlemen, it's safe to say don't do it when you have a work day.
You need 2 days off.
You need a weekend and no interruptions. You kind of want to stay home.
Yeah. And the intestine just cleanse quite rapidly. It's like, Santos, what we in the back end of the office, we call guys like you fast movers.
Yeah.
Okay. You're a fast mover.
Yeah, for sure, man, because Before I was an affiliate, I was already telling people, and then I had tens and tens of people write to me, "Oh, Santos, I've done it, and it's great. I got rid of all my..." They were sending me their pics, tens and tens. And then I thought to myself, because Nick Schizzano put me onto this, he's been saying to me for months, "We've got to do a ZenCleanz. It's the new thing, man. We've got to do it. That's what's wrong with us. We've got mucoid plaque." Because we were both experiencing... He was living up downstairs. He lives downstairs from me. I live up first floor. So he got this ZenCleanz into my head, and I thought to myself, yeah, I tried it, had great results, made a video, and hundreds of people went out and bought it. And then Nick says, "Hey, dude, you know, there's people telling me that they've gone and bought it just on your recommendation. You know, you can be an affiliate." And I thought to myself, yeah. He goes, "Yeah, well, this is what you do. He told me the procedure, became an affiliate, and man, I'm looking at the back end. Oh, man, a lot of people have been buying this stuff."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, it's like it doesn't require much explanation. If somebody try it, you get it. You just, you try it, you get it. And that's the beauty. And it gets started, as I say, it's like this is detox is not a one-shot deal. The intestine is quite an easy but so important process to go through, because it's like we heard a lot about the colon before, right? The colon, how important it is. But, and I was happy to hear that. But I was saying, what about the small intestine? What about the small intestine? The small intestine is where the blood gets fed. It's the shopping mall for the blood. This is where the nutrients there. So if it's clogged there, what happened to the cellular nutrition?
Yeah.
This is so important. It's like, this product just actually nibbles through all the gunk, because the small intestine compared to the large intestine in terms of texture inside, the large intestine is slick. It's kind of skin. It's slick. It's very easy to cleanse, and it's 1 meter long. The small intestine is the other 6 meter long. And it's like a shaggy rug, it's got a depth. And this is through this shaggy rug that the nutrients you break down are absorbed into the bloodstream. So for health, it's very important. There's a lot of people who change their diet after starting to feel sick or feeling not good or clogged. They feel that instinctively that there's something dirty inside, and they start eating better. And their progress towards health and feeling better is so slow. Sometimes there's for some people, it doesn't change anything. Yeah. They start taking expensive pills, vitamins and minerals and all kinds of things, and say it doesn't work. Of course, because it's not absorbed. Yeah. It's not absorbed in the system. So it's very important to cleanse the small intestine as well as a kickstarter for a journey towards health, and the system we had before with the bentonite clay and the bentonite clay and the psyllium, is like, it's a little bit like a broomer, and the bentonite, the psyllium is like broom. It's only fiber. There's nothing alive in this. It's just fibers, and the bentonite clay is more like a vacuum cleaner. It sucks. What about the bubble gum? What about the bubble gum and the shaggy rug and all these kind of things? And this is what mucus is. This is what fat is. The vacuum cleaner can hardly get rid of these ones. You need something active. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Daniel, do you have any diatomaceous earth in any of the products you offer?
Any limitation?
No, diatomaceous earth.
Diatomaceous.
Yeah, diatomaceous earth. Have you heard of diatomaceous? It's like they're little like shells crushed up, and they're really good for cleaning out the intestine?
Yeah, no, everything we actually, what we do is pretty simple. We actually have 152 plants, like fruit, vegetable, mushroom, herbs, and seaweed that we ferment for a period of 3 years. So we don't have anything outside of this,
Gotcha.
Like we don't have like shellagit, or we don't have like shells, as you say. It's only plants.
Only just the enzymes
at the moment.
Cool.
Yeah. So that's what I was saying as well, because I thought, it's something to democratize and work with also professionals, because it's not competing against anything. It's unifying. It's a unifying product. No matter what your protocol is, no matter what good stuff you use, if you use the enzyme with it, okay, you'll become famous. It just makes every single protocol look good. And I'm not saying this like, I'm saying humbly, is like it just had some steroids to everything, some active compound, because I'm not saying that what other use is not good. You can use the other things with the enzyme.
Right. Yeah, I love it, because I think it's important for people to realize, we're living in a society where, it's safe to say that the foods we're eating don't have the nutrients they once had. The soil may be depleted in the world, and then you have this gunk build up in the intestine, and then you're not getting what's called assimilation. So when you eat your foods, you may be eating really healthy foods, but if your body can't assimilate the food when it breaks down, it's just literally like eating it and going through you, and you're not getting the absorption, and that's what leads to nutritional deficiencies. So I'm pretty stoked to try this. When are we getting these in, Santos? Here, do you have a time frame?
Mexico. So how are we going with getting this shipped over to Mexico?
Yeah. I think you should have some news this week. We just want to make a protocol very simple to use for people in Mexico, because we need to go through an agent in Texas who can transit the product in Mexico. Otherwise, we would need someone like you, for example, who would go with the Mexican authorities and get the product approved, and then you will become an importer. But we don't have this at the moment.
Right.
We don't have a local person who can start a business and import officially the product in Mexico. So now we found something in the meantime to transit the product inside Mexico, but they will have like extra fees for that.
Yeah, of course.
Well, couldn't we help you with that? Couldn't we set something up here? Surely Logan and I could set something up for you.
Yes, we can talk for this. It would be like to be an official importer, and this is something that we don't have in Mexico at the moment.
We'll do it for you.
So,
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah, look, we're at the top of the hour, Daniel. Normally we start taking calls at this time. I know you were very late because of my mistake. Sorry, my apologies to everyone involved. Very, very sorry. But are you happy to take some calls? I can see a few people in the Zoom.
All my time, brother.
Beautiful. Well, I see Joe Reen. You're unmuted. Do you want to jump in? Or Sheldon? I'm just seeing the unmuted ones. If you don't want to, that's fine. But you are unmuted. That indicates you want to jump in my way of seeing it. Otherwise,
come on, ladies and gentlemen, your chance now to ask your questions.
Otherwise, mute up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Daniel.
I can continue talking about something that may help people to understand the nature of enzymes, because nowadays there's so much marketing about health food and all these kind of things, and everybody's pulling their part in the market here and there, and there's all a new vitamin, a new mineral, a new all these kind of things, and enzyme for some people may say, oh my God, this is the other new thing. It's another one ingredient I need to add to my diet. Actually, enzymes is not one more vitamin or something like that. The enzymes in the biochemistry of the body is the spark plug. If we compare it to a car, is not the fuel, it's the spark plug. It's what makes things happen. It's there's an enzyme behind every action and reaction of the body. And there's some metabolic enzyme, which are the ones that are making my heart beat, my lungs breathe, my finger move, thinking, all these things are metabolic enzymes fueled. Okay, it's the spark is from metabolic enzyme, and this you cannot supplement with that. Right. Only the body can do it. But we have like the way it is, because there's a lot of research happening. We're born with a bank account of enzyme, but it doesn't have a gender yet. It's not like, a metabolic enzyme born or a digestive enzyme born, because these are two main categories. Okay, it's just they call it in science the source enzymes, and according to the need, it will take this gender. Okay, I need my heart to keep beating. Yeah, right, of course. Okay, so there's some investment there, and then you need to breathe, you need to think, you need to and at the same time we're eating like pigs. Nowadays we're accessing so much food. It would never happen in human history that we've been accessing so much. So we're just sitting in an office, we eat 3 meals a day, we overeat, and then the body says there's a lot of job into the digestive line, and then it takes from the source enzyme and keep digesting the first, 20 years of my life, 30 years of my life, 40 years of my life. And then suddenly I have lunch, and then I crash. I feel like I want to sleep very badly, I feel, or I get my brain fogged, or, I start to have like metabolic issues. I lose my spring, my resilience, my enthusiasm. And we just say it's because I'm old, because I'm getting older, Mm-hmm. It's not the real reason. It's because you start to miss like metabolic enzymes. You start like, it's like you're of course you will have, your heart will beat until your last breath, right? But maybe it will not beat with so much enthusiasm than when you were 20 years old and eating like a pig. But right now your bank account is going low. So if you start detoxing and you start adding some enzymes into your diet, it means like you kind of injecting someone who will just do the digestive process, help you. Because when I say digestive process, I also include detoxing process, because this is also a digesting process. The detoxing process, natural detoxing process of the body is digestion. Yep. And on a daily basis, someone would do, for example, intermittent fasting, every day eating within a 6-hour frame and having 18 hours of not eating. The body kicks on detox about 4 hours into that frame of 18 hours. It's part of it. So that means like when you start taking food enzyme, the food enzyme can support the digestive, can supplement the digestive part of your body, the digestive. So that's why you start taking this, and then you start feeling your metabolic function starting to go better. You think clearer, you have more enthusiasm, more energy, you have, all the metabolic function starts to, because there's more to invest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You follow me? Because people say, will that affect my my own personal body function of producing these enzymes. Is not no. It's just like you have got a lot of work to do, and we're just giving you free employees.
Yeah.
You know, it's not that you will put your system down like a heroin addict will just put his endorphin glands down because he's taking painkillers artificially. Okay, and then this gland doesn't need to work anymore, and then when they start get cold turkey, they have pain all over the body because the glands say, well, I haven't been working in a while, you know.
Yep.
So, but this doesn't happen with enzymes.
Right. So Daniel, I know people have been asking in the chat, can you give us kind of a bird's eye view of what the price structure is for these detox kits?
Yeah, well, it changes for, at the moment, we have the 2 kits that are $239 at the moment. It increased recently. Really, honestly, it's true. The inflation at the moment is true.
Yep.
Okay, the gas, the petrol, the production, the shipping, everything, it's true. It's a fact. We had to react recently. Now it's $239 for.
So the 1-day kit is $239. This one right here.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what about the 7-day kit?
The 7-day is $599.
$599. Okay.
Yes.
So there you have it, folks. I mean, you know, we're seeing inflation all over the world. I know it's going up here, and you know, realize that this is an investment in your temple, and you know, really look at it that way. This is something where you're doing preventative maintenance rather than spending money later on down the line to fix something. Because prevention is much more, much better to do, I should say, anyway, from a cost perspective as well. So,
you know what? It's like before, because there was a method before that we could use to pull some plaque out, you know, that were very good, very effective, and over a certain period of time. And they were saying, okay, you take this for 14 days, for example, and if you can, on top of this, book 1 or 2 to 3 session, colonic session, and all this. Actually, it was about 3 times the price of a kit, which you only need the kit. So actually, it's not expensive.
Yeah.
If somebody knows about what it takes normally to take the plaque out, just a fraction of what this product will take out, actually, is cheap.
Yeah, no, I totally concur. I mean, you're paying for the price hikes as well. But let's keep in mind, you're fermenting these enzymes or these plants and vegetables for 3 years. I mean, that's the time invested in that 3 years. That's where the price is, you know, being brought up. So there's that play. It's like fine wine, right? Like the longer you age wine, the more expensive it becomes. So there's that playing out as well. I mean, I just like to use the analogy of teeth. If you have a cavity and you don't fix the cavity, if you go to the dentist and fix the cavity and get it filled in, it'll cost you, a couple $100 in the US. But if you don't fix that cavity and you let it go and you let it go and you let it go, it can turn into perhaps a root canal, and that's going to cost you about $1,000. So which one is it going to be? Is it going to be the prevention, or is it going to be, you know, having to scramble and fix something? So these are just analogies, folks, just to take into consideration if you're willing. And the thing is, you can become an affiliate with this and probably get your product for free. So I think there's incentive there.
Something to say about this kind of pricing evaluation in our life. I realize after I've done this, I start to lose appetite. Not because because losing appetite can be a problem, right? It can be like, oh my God, you're getting sick with something, you lose appetite. No, I was like kicking, but I just needed less food. I just needed less food because I had a better absorption. This was, you know, and actually, honestly, this is my vice. You know, I've been in health all my life telling people to be careful, don't eat too much. Don't come and have dinner with me, you know, you'll just see a pig at work. It's like, this is my vice. I always had issues with that. And right now, what I realized over the last few years is like, I don't want. I mean, I feel appetite. I'm healthy. I'm actually a bulky guy. I'm a kind of muscular guy, but I eat kind of one meal a day. But I really feel that it's eating. It's really eating the spot. It's really like every part of my nutrition is broken down and made bioavailable. This is what I realized. It came progressively, let's say over a period of maybe 2 years or 3 years, taking enzyme daily. But right now, really, it's like I used to be attracted to all the smell and I just lost that. I just lost that. So if you put everything in the thing, it's not true that these kind of things are actually expensive. It's not true. It's actually if I look back and actually to take care of my nutrition, my cellular nutrition, right now is probably cheaper than it was. Of course, if I was paying the full price, like someone would buy it. If I just base it like this, it's actually to take care of my cellular nutrition is cheaper right now.
Daniel, just a minute there. Is that noise coming from you, those cups and knives and forks? No? Is someone unmuted? Is that Joe Reen there? Can you please mute?
There is a buffet.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
Lovely, but there's no one.
It's very distracting. Yeah, something's
I'm so
jingling.
sorry. Next time I would choose a private spot. I just arrived in Taiwan, and actually I just came out of quarantine, so I'm in a hotel right now. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's fine. No, I got it now. Let's keep going. It's a little bit distracting. Taiwan, but aren't you based in Thailand?
No, Taiwan.
Oh,
Taiwan.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was in China for a long time, and I was traveling between Taiwan because our factory and our warehouse is in Taiwan, and I was traveling easily between the two. It was an hour flight, very easy. But since COVID, it's been very more complicated. So I'm moving here right now.
Got you. You think it's a little bit easier going there in Taiwan than China?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not in a big center, I always kind of live in a little bit remote place. It's kind of pretty chill everywhere. As long as you don't get in touch with the madness. But here, it's 100% of the people are masked.
Wow!
100%.
Wow! Really?
I haven't seen a face in 2 weeks, and this is quite something.
So you got a full-time Halloween party going on there, huh?
Yes, there's a full-time Halloween. I made a personal a mask as a statement.
Amazing that they still are doing that over there. Wow.
Yes, I made the okay. I don't know if I have it, but
wow.
Yeah, wow.
It's kind of a very, very special, very I don't have it, but anyway, it's 100%. It's 100%. And if you don't wear it, it's like you're really pointed at. It's like, yeah, but I don't mind.
Interesting. All right. So now, one thing I wanted to point out, guys, I have a lot of vegan followers and subscribers to my channel, and there is, I believe it's lactose in this one here, which I did 2 of, and I'm a plant-based, for 15 years plant-based. I wouldn't call myself a vegan. First of all, I don't like that word because it's stigmatized, but the only thing that disqualifies me from being a, air quote, vegan is I have honey. But this does, so for all you vegans, I don't want you getting angry with me later saying, oh, well, I took it and it had lactose and that disturbs me. Just know that there is...
there's lactitol, I think. Lactitol. With,
Sorry.
Yeah, in this one, and in the liver cleanse, there is lactose.
Okay. So now you explained to me, when I brought it up to you about it, you explained to me where it comes from. Would you like to do that, just so that...
I would do. Yes. Let's clarify this, okay? First we have 12 products. Everything you take daily, there's none of this in this. It's only the plants, okay? In the kits, there's two things. In the Detox S liquid, there's some lactitol in the kit, and in the liver cleanse, there's some lactose. Don't forget that when we write this like that, when it's fermented, the lactose become lactase. Okay. The one thing that when we talk about lactose, there's over 85% of the population that are lactose intolerant. Yep. It is a plague. I agree. And some people say, why you put it in your product? I say, because you're full of it. Because you're full of it, and we need to remove it. And the only thing that can remove it is lactase. So we put it in the kit so you can get rid of the lactose that from all the pizza and all the cheeseburger you had before you became a vegan.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So, and all the milk you were drinking, and the chocolate milk when you had a little snack when you were a teenager and all this, and that all stuck and clogged your system. Okay. Because you didn't know, especially when the pasteurizing system came in, because before the milk was not a problem because the enzymes to digest it was part of the product. But after that, they started to pasteurize the milk, so it killed the enzymes in it, and you just get the bad part of the lactose that clogged the system and clogged the liver. Okay, and this is a plague because people say they want to clean the liver and they look for green stones. This is the easiest thing to take off. It's the fat and the undigested mucus that is stuck all in the filter, that clogs the system. So that's why we put it into the thing. And it's like I ran for 10 years a vegan restaurant in China. Okay, it's like I had a lot of questions to the research and development when I started to say, what is this? Why you put this in, and we discussed and it made sense that we were putting it in,
Yeah.
To medical for health purpose, it was important that we put it in, and especially in those ones. And in the others, we don't put it. There's all the other product, we don't have anything like this that come from animal product. And actually what goal we have one day is to produce our own lactose with our own holy cows, Yeah. It's like we would like to do that, but this we need to grow and get there at some point. But I'm serious. Really, at some point I say, if we can have a farm one day, we'll just make it our own and we'll treat our cows very well.
For sure. Where do you source it now from? Do you source it from a good place that gives you a good energy, or do you...
we transform, in terms of energy, I always say we have the last word. We have the last word. It means like, every matter is a bank, is an it's a library of information, right? So all the atoms and all this. So what we do is like we ferment in our fermentation room from 3 years. We ferment it with Buddhist sutra. singing only 40 enzymes for 3 years. No one is allowed there outside. It's in the dark. There's only some scientists going to check the pH, once in a while into this huge room. And the only thing you hear in this room that nobody's allowed there is Buddhist Sutra. So in terms of information, in terms of the last word of good energy and healing energy that is invested into the enzyme is very highly vibrational.
Great.
It's highly.
Yeah, well, look, when I found out, in fact, we have Matt, the guy who has been promoted. Hey, Matt, how you going, brother? So what's Matt Senna? You want to jump on, brother? Matt, Matt was, I guess someone gave him some negative feedback that it wasn't vegan, quote unquote, and then Matt came out one day with a video on Facebook and said, my apologies to all the vegans. Yes, this is not a vegan product, but he explained how, it's sourced from a good place, and the reason why it needs to be in there is because you are full of lactose. 85% of the population are, well, most people are. I know I am, growing up in Australia in an Italian family. I mean, we used to have spaghetti bolognese and pastas and cheese for dessert. There was lots of dairy products and animal products. So, and he explained that, and I jumped in on the comments and I said, well, as long as an animal isn't being murdered, and there are no animal parts in there that come from an animal that has been killed so that you can have this product, I'm fine with it, I mean, what it did to me was it transformed my life. My digestion's way, way better. Lots of better sleep, everything. Matt, did you want to say something while you're there?
Yes, on that topic, the products are 99.9% vegan, and only the one liver cleanse has a little bit in the intestinal. And then, yes, it is true that the cows are treated well, right, Danielle?
I mean, I never met the cows. Honestly, I never met the cows. That's why I want to have my own cow to make our own lactose. There's some parts that we have no control. It's the same first, it's like in Taiwan, there's GMOs are forbidden.
Yes.
Okay. So all the GMO is not possible. And then a lot of people were asking me, is it certified organic? I say, is like, and this was all my own question to the factory in the first 2 years, I investigated like FBI, it's like, I was really annoying, I remember. But they say, it's like, we so outsource to so many small farmers. How can you ask a small farmer to get the $25,000-$40,000 certification? You cannot do that. We ferment 150 things, 150 plants from different farmers. You cannot ask all these guys to get the one stamp on your box. Ask these guys to invest this huge amount of money that they could not. So I say, yeah, but how do we know that? How can we certify ourselves that it's clean? So the factories say what we did is like when the product is finished, we tested it for over 200 chemicals, heavy metal, bacteria, and all these kind of things, and we check and look. Here's the result. Here's the result of those 200. This product is super clean. What you give to the people is super clean. It's all way down below the acceptable standards, Yep. So that's the way. And I thought it was brilliant. I thought, it's like, I wish that, that we could be certain that no one has been using a fertilizer or whatever, but at at the end, what I want to be sure is that it's clean. That's what, and this is how we did. Do you understand that why is like because there's a lot. If you go on the market and you will see, oh, there's this vitamin C or there's this product is certified organic. You have one big, huge farmer providing for this one product, one plant's product that is there. This is kind of easy to do. With when we ferment 150 over 150 plants, supplied by small farmers, medium farmers, and all this, it's like cannot do that. And this is the reason why we cannot say it's certified. We can certify it's clean though.
Yep.
If I just wanted to add one more thing, the story of how I heard about ZenCleanz, which leads eventually to Syncretism, I heard about it from Harry Matadine, who told David Townsend what they shared is that they're both urine therapists. They're both very vocal about urine therapy, and they hadn't actually tried the products, but they, and they're very careful with the product recommendations. They're free therapy people, they're urine therapy people, but they recommended this to me. I'm about my products, I guess. And, I tried it and I freaked out and I was just amazed. And like the proof is in the pudding, but the pudding is like that horror that you see in the toilet.
Oh, yeah.
But I guess the story here is that, these two guys just intuitively got what your product is about without even trying it. And I consider these guys to be really tapped in through urine therapy, which is, definitely an enzyme therapy in itself as well. So that was kind of synchronous for me, how good things lead to good things. And that to me is a proof. And that's something I wanted to share.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, the reason why we're doing so well with my affiliate link there, Daniel, is that most of the followers of Syncretism are really careful about their health. So they're health conscious, and that's why. So remember I was telling you, I said, when I start becoming an affiliate, just gear up, perhaps get an extra few workers on, because I know that the people that follow my channel are health conscious and they will respond, and they have. But so did you have to put on any extra people, or you coping?
Yeah, well, I mean, we're coping, and it's actually, it's been since very recently, because I'm not a businessman originally. I'm a doctor and a qigong instructor all my life, and so I when I started this, it was more like an inner call. I say I got to do something with this. I need to bring it. So I it's like I started with a very small investment, with all I had, and doing all the things about 20 hours a day, all this. But there was no investment in marketing or in any. It was just my experience in healing and all my international contacts, because of the places I've lived on the planet. I say, okay, guy, you got to try this, and here's the kit, and I cannot give it to you. Okay, you pay me because I pay for it. It was like this. It was not like the big shot, saying, hey, I have this for free and all this. No way, I cannot do that. It's like I would have gone broke. And so I just started like this with contact, and these guys say a little bit like you guys say, oh my God, it's like, okay, and then they pass it on, they pass it forward, and that's how it started. And then the company started to, okay, it's like we get some money, we can invest, we can have a guy who will answer the emails or something, help me a little bit, and then this is how it started, and then now we're arriving in the 5th year, that where it's picking up with with guys like you, and there's a few like this in the world who just like has got network, and you know, we can also send out like having people informing more. You know, it's not only me, the guy. So now we start to look like a company, more organized. But it took everything for the first 5 years to bring it there. But it's like as I say, it's like right now, it's like the health nuts, you know. It's like is the people really focusing on this? Is the early buyer? They say, oh, this is new, this is good, this is, you know. So these are these are the people who are the voice of the product right now, you know.
Yeah.
And this is why we care so much, and we give so much a good how do you say, a good payout as an affiliate, because it's more like we work together. It's not like we're the company and, you know, you're my slave and all, or anything like that. It's like we're just like, we share the whole thing. We do the marketing, we do the research and development, we create good product, we wrap it well, because everyone deserves beauty in this world. This is what we say. So we were working together. This is how I see it. This is, I think, because this aspect of the new way of doing business is also part of evolution. And right now, to have a heart-centered companies instead of head-centered, like the doctor looking at you over his glasses like this with a very concerned look. You know, this is over. You know, health is not a big deal. Health is not a big deal. You just help and support the body, and the body takes care of it. You know, it's not like you need to replace God in the process. Okay, you just align humbly, get in line, align your life, and it's happening. You know, so this is what our product is there. It's not like, oh, we got the scientific thing and we extract and you take this inflammation and that. No. This is over. It's like food is medicine. Help your body. Only the body can heal itself. So help it by cleansing it, by nourishing it, and this is the principle that is behind it. And fermentation just boosts it like mad.
Yeah, wonderful. Enzyme being the magic word, guys. Yeah, they're little Pac-Men, aren't they? They go in. So rather than sweeping like bentonite clay and psyllium husk and all the other ones that I've done over the years, rather than just sweeping a whole bunch of stuff out and leaving the more caked, old, stubborn stuff pressed against the villi of your beautiful small intestines, this eats all that, everything in its path, and it smoothly and effortlessly comes out. So it's it's great that it hits it right on the head rather than hit and miss. You know, a lot of these other products are hit and miss, and they're painful. They take days and days and weeks or months. This is a one-day thing. You have to take 2 days off, 1 day to take the product, next day to go to stay on the bathroom. So now I've got some people that I know who are very, very overweight, who have had the product, and they've come, both the people that I know that have taken this product that are very overweight have told me that they've had, one of them didn't have the success that I did. I showed them all my photos and they thought it was just wonderful. They removed stuff, but not as much. So what I told them was, just give it time, you know, because it works over the weeks. Just wait before you do a second one. Then the other one, she said she had cramps, like stomach cramps. So what do we do with people that are really overweight? I mean, there's a lot of obese people that would love to have this product and probably are afraid that they might do more damage or something. Is that possible?
It's not possible to do damage because this is food and it's digesting. Okay, so it can, what people can have though is discomforts in the process, but it cannot do damage.
No.
Okay, it's not, you cannot even be allergic to it because it's pre-digested, and an allergy is an undigested protein that penetrates the bloodstream, so it's not even possible. There's cane sugar. That's another thing I have, like, I'm whipped by people who just say, you put sugar in your product. Cane sugar is a plant, God-given plant. It's medicine. And if you Google it, please, okay? Because we hear all the evil of fat, all the evil of sugar. Go Google it. It's a medicine. It's necessary.
Of course it is.
Chinese medicine, you knew. It's so important, and it's like no way we will remove it. Send the product back, you can't accept it.
Natural sugar is the best thing you can put in your body. The brain loves it. People have a lot of sugar, fruit sugar, are very intelligent.
Energy, yes, we need energy to heal, and if you Google it, you will see there's much more than just energy in sugar. Anyway, just to say that, what was my point? I lost it. That was what I was going to say.
Were you going to say something about glycine? I mentioned that because that's energy. It's one of the, I think, is it an amino acid?
Well, no. The sugar, all the plants that are into the fermentation. I just lost it. I just lost my point.
Hey, Daniel, I wanted to address a question in here. Somebody was asking about how frequently we should be doing these cleanses to maintain.
Oh, okay, got my point back. Okay, this is the thing, the discomfort that people can experience in it. Okay, like let's say someone is overweight. There's different reasons that someone can be overweight. Can be endocrinal problem, thyroid problem, can be this. But the most problem is people who have been overeating. Okay, and that had clogged the liver. The liver is one of the main organ that process the fat through the bile. Okay, it's breaking down. It liquefies the fat, which is another thing because the nervous system needs fat. All the lining of around the electrical cable that are the nervous system is fat around. So if you don't have fat, you start to have short circuits and it twitches. So you're gonna get some twitches. Fat is very, very important. Like those low-fat diet and all this. Don't explain this to a Chinese medicine doctor, or they will not agree with you. We need fat. It's very, very important. The good fat, of course, and
yeah. So,
but the liver is very important because the thing is, when the liver clogs, because there's a lot of intestinal issue, inflammatory issue, like people having Crohn's disease, having also SIBO, like bacterial imbalance, like Candida, SIBO, and all kinds of inflammatory issues that are happening in the digestive tract. It's how they get there. What is the common denominator of those issues is the pH of the tract. If you look at the digestive system, the way it works, here you have some enzymes in the mouth. Amylase, this pH is 7.8 or 8 pH. It's alkaline in the mouth, and then it goes in the stomach, and then it goes down to 1.5 pH, very acid. It would burn on the skin. Actually, you would take the liquid, you put this, it will burn. Okay, like it's very acid, and then when it passes this, it goes into duodenum, and this is where the bile is secreted from the liver, and this neutralizes the acidic content coming out of the stomach. If the liver doesn't do its job there, so that means like there's an acidification of the whole digestive tract, and then it creates all those bacterial imbalance, yeast infection, candida, SIBO, Crohn's, and all this, because it's battery acid that is just spreading into your whole digestive tract, and it creates this. So this, if you take like the intestinal kit on top of this, it's a lot of fibers who's going to scrape through an inflamed tract. That's why it's very important to take care of the liver. If you want to heal your digestive tract, the liver and intestinal tract are partners.
Yeah.
They really work together, and the liver is a job to get done. It's no, you can tell with the intestinal tract, someone, at the most, if you're super dirty, you would do like 8 or 9 intestinal kits, and you will be slick and clean like a baby again. But I'm sorry.
You go.
But if the liver is clogged, you will never get out of it, because you will not be able to digest the fat, because this is how you started this point in the interview, is like your fat friends. You cannot process the fat, and it's linked to the liver oftentimes.
So, firstly, would you recommend to obese people to first do ZenCleanz 1 or the liver one first?
Yes, if they don't have like for example, if they don't have like inflammatory issue like Crohn's disease or SIBO or something like that. If they have these one, I would give a whirl with the liver cleanse, so the liver can be freed to a certain extent that it starts to alkalize already the digestive tract.
So that one first for obese people, the liver one.
Not necessarily if they have inflammation or they have candida issue, because otherwise they will do the cleanse and it will be good, but it will be uncomfortable. They will have a lot of bloating, a lot of cramps, and all that throughout the process because of the bacterial overgrowth in it. And because we say to people with candida, don't take fermented food.
Yeah.
Or don't take sugar. Actually, what they suggest to people with candida is not a life, and it's just something to avoid having the issue triggered. It doesn't clear. All the candida diet or anything doesn't work. It doesn't heal. It just minimizes the triggers.
Yes.
Okay. So if you want to really heal that, you really need to bring the pH back to 7 in the digestive tract. So that means and only the liver can do that.
Right. So are there any people who shouldn't do these products? Let's say someone who has on a dialysis machine or something, or is diabetic. What can prohibit one from?
It's food. Okay, we need to, and it's pre-digested food. So diabetic can take it. Diabetic can take it. Allergic people, if they read the ingredient and they say, "Oh, I'm allergic to soy. I'm allergic to this," and you can take it. You can take it. It's not a problem. It's pre-digested.
Right. So there's absolutely no conditions that will prohibit you from taking it.
If there's acute inflammation, like Crohn's disease, for example, okay, if you have Crohn's disease and you just have 10 drinks of heavy fiber thing, it's like you're brooming over open wound. Okay, so I would say, start with the liver and take liquid enzymes. Take the mycelia, it will reduce the inflammation. Take something who's going to soothe and repair your lining, reduce the inflammation. before you get into taking this huge load of fibers. You know what I mean?
Right, gotcha.
And yeah.
So
the pregnant woman, for example, because you don't know them. If they're very clean and they're very, it wouldn't even be a problem. But from our standpoint, we don't know what's the state of these people. If they cleanse for the first time and she's pregnant for 3 months and she takes this and she's got spasm, and she just launched a baby prematurely, like this is, so we say avoid, use the liquid enzymes during the pregnancy. And it will be good for the baby, will feed it well, it will be good, and it will cleanse as well. Work with the other things, the pills and the liquid during pregnancy.
Right, and not the powder, the fiber. So
not the fiber, because it can give spasm and cramps and create like unwanted, yeah.
And do you sell a package which is just liquid and no powders? Do you have a package?
Yeah, well, we have like already 6 different bottles. We have,
okay.
Yeah. There's 6 different bottles. Some is with reishi, like the mycelia, like there's 15 kinds of mushroom in this one. So this one is very good for inflammation. Someone who would have like Crohn's disease or would have like candida or, other enteritis, gastritis and things like that, inflammation. This would help reduce. We have some with ginseng, cordyceps,
right.
These kind of.
I just thought of something. If there's anyone out there who's done the 7-day one, I'm going to start mine tomorrow. I'm a little bit confused with the instructions, so I'm happy to recompense you for your time if you hear this, and you can coach me through that. I think I know how to do it, but this one was really straightforward.
We have a group, now.
Yeah.
We have a group on Telegram.
Telegram.
And this is beyond just the user manual. It's really the people also sharing their experience, sharing their support is lovely. It's really great. It's like oftentimes I just sit back and I just let the people just support each other in the process, and people ask their questions and they get very quick answers with that, so everybody who buy a product receive an automatic reply with the links for these kind of things. They can join.
Great. So I might jump in in that Telegram group and reach out. I'm happy to recompense you with Syncretism products, even if you just want to be paid cash. I just want to be 100% sure that someone who's already done it, knows exactly what they're doing, can coach me, because I want to be 100% sure. It's a big undertaking for me. For me to do this 1 week one is massive, because I've got so much on. So yeah, that's it. I've put the word out. If anyone can help me, please.
Yeah.
So I have one last question. I know we're getting to the top finishing of this, but how about animals? I don't even know how you'd even give it to like a dog or something like that. Do you know anybody who's successfully done that, Daniel?
Yeah, if you can get your dog taking fruits and vegetables, is okay. Oftentimes you better stick a piece of chicken in it for your dog or your cat, because they're not so attracted by this. But yes,
figured so.
Yeah, it would. And actually, this you can use externally. For example, if someone would have like a rash, or your animal will have a rash in sometimes of the season or something, you would put the enzyme on the surface of the skin. It would really help and heal rapidly. For eczema, for example, or things like that, you can use. We will come eventually with more specific product to apply outside, but at the moment we have some users who tried it and do it, use it on their face, use it on their eczema or psoriasis and things like that, and it really suits them You know, but the real healing is happening from within anyway. So, you know.
What about if I put it in my hair? What is it going to help? Hair growth?
You tell me. You try it. You try. We sponsor you. We sponsor you. And if you get like this, like, wow, okay, we're in business.
All right, good. Well, we are coming to the end, so we'll wind up with some really rich 5 minutes from Daniel. Unless anybody wants to jump in right now, there are a few people around in the Zoom call, but yeah, the other thing I definitely am interested in is to help you to import it here to Mexico, because that will be really good for the Mexican people, I'm sure. So we'll probably talk about.
We'll talk about it. Yeah, definitely, and we need someone there, and we provide all the documents that are needed, and you know, normally it's quite easy to do it. Can be lengthy because it's governmental processes. So, but it's not a complicated thing. Normally, it's through an agent we do that, because if we just do it from our beach side without the knowledge and all this, is like, we better take an agent to who knows, who will guide you through that.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. So, what would you like to finish up with, brother? Words of encouragement, perhaps, or top tips.
Like, I just say, you know, is healing is a baby step of the purpose we're here on the planet. You know, it's like let's get over it. Let's get over it. To heal the body is not complicated. We've made it complicated to make money out of you, okay? But healing is easy, okay? The principle of health is very simple. We have a super technology, the body, so you don't need to replace it or try to overthink it, okay? Just clean it, feed it, love it, bring a good vibe in it, you know, just holistically, body, mind, and spirit. Just feed it with the best energy, and then you will be free to explore the mind and go for a beautiful journey, eternal journey, you know. And this is what the message is. It's easy. Stop thinking, stop believing the people who tell you, oh my God, you know, dude, will be so no. It's easy. You just clean it, and now we've got the thing. Just
and think
align yourself with life.
And think about this, people, right? We've always been hearing this, haven't we? Health begins in the
gut.
In the gut. It's not the bowels. Health begins in the small intestines. Now, at the very start of the small intestines, that's the place where it produces all that serotonin, melatonin, and all of those feel-good things. Do you ever wake up in the morning? I had chronic fatigue syndrome for years. I'd wake up in the morning and I'm like foggy-headed and I want to go back to bed. It was awful. Irritable bowel syndrome, chronic fatigue syndrome. They are connected to the small intestines, guys. Now I can think better, I can see better, I can sleep better. Health begins in the gut. If you want to feel good, you have to have a clean gut. All those villi that absorb all the nutrition from the fruit, they're all blocked because we've had starch and blood diet. As Dr. Sebi said, the Western diet is based on starch and blood. Starch and blood. Where's the fruit? Where's the herbs? And
where the fibers
which have enzymes in it. Hey, Daniel, what's the Telegram group for your product that you mentioned?
Well, it's for everything that is about support. You know, people share about all their experience.
What's the name of the group?
Their process. Oh, what's the name of the group? Is the ZenCleanz Detox group.
ZenCleanz Detox group?
Yep.
Yeah, but what I can do is like maybe I can send a link in the chat here?
Yeah, do it now,
that'd be
please.
great.
Yep, thank
Be a
you.
good thing.
Yep.
Just a second. I need to,
Thank you.
And by the way, guys, I put my affiliate link in the chat. Paige is going to put it in the description. I'm going to go home now and convert it for my YouTube channel. This is Syncretism Society. I'm going to put it on my YouTube channel with the affiliate link below. Please support Syncretism and purchase this product through my affiliate link, because then when you do it and you become an affiliate, you also will be blessed. Do the right thing, guys. Do the right things, right? So, because when you do, then it will be repeated for you. And I can rest you assured that you will have at least 10 friends or family members that will get this product if you take photos of day.
This is Santos's high pressure sales pitch.
You want to see my photos? All right.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, and you send it to me, and I have a collection. One day we'll open a museum.
You won't beat mine. I'll tell you what, man. Whoever does it, right? You want to share photos? We'll see who had the nastiest stuff come out.
That's funny.
Museum.
Have a competition. Maybe we should have a Telegram competition. ZenCleanz removal.
The bucket challenge
competition. Who's got removed the most ghastliest stuff from their body, right?
Yeah, but you see, you've been impressed by the intestinal cleanse, you know. But you see, like here, someone just sent me their liver cleansing.
Oh my God! They got rid of all those stones. Yeah.
Yeah, that and so yeah, we've got something now in hand that makes it democratize this aspect of cleansing. It makes it much easier, and actually, it's what Hippocrates told us like hundreds of years back. You know, like
yeah.
Food is medicine. You cannot beat that.
No.
And the Buddhist monk, because the origin of the enzyme started in monastery. You know, the Belgian monks brew beer, right?
Yep.
The Asian Buddhist monk just brewed enzymes.
Yep.
And they developed to the level of fine art, and now it's just blended by doctors. And
beautiful. Thank you, Daniel.
Thank you, Daniel,
for sharing with us, brother. Much love. I'm sure you're going to be invited back down the track. Okay, so
love it. It's a pleasure to participate into your beautiful things.
Yep.
Great.
Thanks, brother. Look forward to being associated with you for a long time, and blessing you for doing this for the world, and blessing all the people who are going to bless themselves with this product. I mean, it's just the best thing I've ever experienced in my life. So I'm gonna now bless your ears with my beautiful friend here, Oscar Aragon, as the camera goes onto him, so that we don't have any copyrighted music, because every time we play Led Zeppelin, my favorite band, as everybody knows, I can't monetize those videos. Thanks, Daniel. Take care, brother.
Thanks, Daniel. Thanks to all the great Syncretists.
Bye, everyone. See you next time.
Take care, man. Oscar, que sabe?